Hello and welcome to another how-to video, and today is a very exciting video. As you can see in front of me, before we get into what we have in front of me, I'd like to welcome you all to the channel. My name's Ditech, CTO with DVS, I have to remember what side is on, just back from an Easter break, and if you have celebrated Easter, we also wish you had a wonderful time with your friends and family. Welcome back, welcome to the channel. Before you move any further, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Callum, do your thing. Without you hitting the subscribe button, we won't know how many people really do enjoy this channel. And you also know I'm chasing that flipping YouTube award down, so please help us out. Hit the subscribe button and the little bell and you will be notified of our weekly content. What are we looking at today? And I'm as excited to deliver this as you are to watch it. Very different from our usual video content. I'm actually sitting down to deliver this because I am super excited. If I stood up, I'd be jumping all over the place like an excited little bunny. Little Easter reference there. We are taking a look at today. In front of me we have two of my rifles from my collection. Before you go any further, this is related to what we can sell via Hikvision, so don't switch over. But if you're new to the channel, congratulations, you found the best Hikvision DVS supported channel on the internet. So in front of me I have two of my own rifles from my own collection. I do have a authentic, certified, in-date firearm certificate, so please don't go reporting this channel. I do have the appropriate licenses to be able to bring and show and use these rifles that you see in front of you. I do have some others in my collection. I have some shotguns, I have two other rifles which I chose not to bring, but really this is a bit of a visual demonstration to show and tie the dots together of what we're going to show. Now, it's exciting stuff. Before we go any further, and I'll talk a little bit about the rifles and what they are and what they do, because that's the fun bit, right? That's what all people want to talk about, is rifles. Very adrenaline driven. Used safely and appropriately, they're very, very safe indeed. Again, in our country we're very strict on firearms laws and regulations and the use of, thankfully. So we do put a lot of thought and effort into this. Some say we're too strict. But again, we do thank everybody that is involved in this world, and we hope you enjoy this video. So without further ado, we are going to show the Hik-Micro. So Hik-Micro is a company that's within Hikvision, so we all know who Hikvision is, famous for their CCTV access control intercom product. They also have several other divisions. Hik-Micro is one of those divisions. We've been selling Hik-Micro product for a number of years, and it allows us to bring the product to you guys who are interested in hunting, target shooting, but also security, because within the Hik-Micro product range there's lots of useful products that you may not know exist. You may want them for your own personal use or for your own customer base. Just head over to, or open any web browser, type in Hik-Micro, hit enter, you can visit the product they have there, and we can get effectively any of the Hik-Micro products from the UK website. And what this allows us to do is showcase one of the best products in the range. This is a Hik-Micro Thunder. So Thunder is, they've all got weird and wonderful nicknames for their product line. This is a Thunder. This is a bolt-on thermal scope. This bolts on effectively to a scope, turns my day-night optical scope into a thermal hunting scope effectively, which adds a couple of things, in my opinion. Allows me to, one, see a lot further. It allows me to be safe, to make sure that the shot I'm about to take, if I was to take it, a little bit of the backstory, I do like some pest control, also I do some target shooting, some hunting, etc. The thermal scope allows me to safely see what I'm about to shoot. There's nothing hiding behind it like a person or a tent crouched in a bush, so it adds another layer of security to ensure that this field craft is as safe as it can be. It also turns a standard day-night scope into thermal. Now thermal scopes are historically really extremely expensive, you know, 4,000 or 5,000 plus pounds. The Hik-Micro product range is fantastic. They take all of the learnings from the Hikvision side, so all of the optical, the app, the quality of the build, the functionality, all of that gets brought in from the Hikvision side, plus all of the stuff that you need for this lovely field craft, and we come up with a thermal, or not just thermal, but if you go and look at the website, there's tons and tons of product on there that you may be interested in. This one in particular brings it into a thermal monocular that bolts onto the front of a day-night scope and adds that layer of versatility in. So again, you do need to check your local laws where you are. In some species, some countries, you're not allowed to shoot game with thermal. Some you are, so please check locally where you are before you go and purchase this, and then blame me for the money that you spent on it, even though you'll be very happy with the purchase itself. These are both currently empty with no live ammunition around. Okay, so let's move on to the Hik Thunder box itself. So the box itself, it comes with a carry case. Now these are quite expensive, as you can imagine, so we give you the carry case. Whenever you finish with it, we should unbolt it and put it inside the actual carry case, a ruggedized carry case. It comes with a cleaning cloth and the manual, which is really important. They are app supported, so on your phone you just simply download the T-Vision app. Yeah, that's right, T-Vision. There is a QR code. You can scan the QR code in there, which allows you then to download the app, and you can pair the thermal monocular to your app. Comes with a carry strap for the case if you want to carry this around with you, and this is the actual case itself. So it comes with some accessories in there. That's all it is really. It's a washer, and I'll go through the accessories in a minute. So this is the Hik-Micro carry case. Now this is the Hik-Micro Thunder thermal monocular. So as you can see next to an iPhone 11 Pro, iPhone 13 Pro, not 11, Jesus Dave. So iPhone, it's been a long weekend guys. So Hikvision thermal monocular. It does come with a protective cover, so when you finish with it, please make sure you put the protective cover across there. This is the thermal lens here. You want to protect that to give, one, you don't want to damage it, crack it, scratch it, etc. It gives maximum protection to give the maximum longevity to this product. The product is really light. You can see there they've got two different mounting types. You know, like 1/4 UNC, I think the technical term is. It's got 2 batteries. I've already put them in there, but unscrew this, and it comes with 2 CR123 batteries. They are rechargeable. It comes with a USB-C lead that allows you to recharge it. They fit in opposing to each other, so positive and negative are opposing. Simply screw that protective cover down. But they are weatherproof as well, and it does come with a USB charging port there, and then with a rubber-proof protective cover, which you just simply push in. Now, I've seen a lot of people online talk about how good these Hik-Micro product is. Personally, as a shooter in this world, in this fraternity, I do believe they make an absolutely fantastic product. I'll come in a little bit closer. So you have your protective cover there, which simply closes. You have the engagement on the back, like a bayonet fitting, which we'll get onto shortly. These are the accessories that allow you to fit this to your rifle accordingly. Depending on your scope setup, etc., will depend on what accessories you need to match that up. But you can see there 2 different screw types. The battery cover is there, as we've already described. Bayonet type fitting, thermal lens with the cover. You've got your on and off button there with the menu, rubberized weatherproof button set up here. So really simple to use, very nicely made unit. Again, coming from Hikvision as an extremely professional company, you'd expect nothing less than a professional product that they've made and manufactured. And again, there is you can see the ring rotate there. That is a focus ring to adjust that thermal focus as and when you fitted it, and you need to then fit this to the front of your scope accordingly. Okay, so we do have an adapter rail here, which allows us, there's many different adapters, again, depends on your rifle and your scope setup. And again, this, they can slot onto there, and there's a bit of an adjustment. There's an adjuster rail on there. Comes with the screws, Allen key, and the rail there. We also have, there should be a riser rail in here somewhere. Yeah. Some rubber tape a washer and an Allen key, and again the adapter ring. Now the adapter ring is what fits this onto the front of the scope and allows this to lock in. So that simply locks in. You screw that onto there so it locks at the thread. So it's like a Boehner fit-in, locks in, but then you also couple it with this thing, with the like the screw on there. And it will do once I get it onto there. There we go. So that's the Boehner fit-in with a quick release clamp. So you could put that onto there. There's a protective cap on here. I need to take this protective cover off the front of the lens because that goes on there, which then fits the thermal adapter on the front. And we've also got as well the rubberized eye, and again I'll show you what that does, because what you can technically do is you can bolt this onto your rifle, or you can, once I get the screw loose, so that's locked in. Unlock it now fully. So that's locked in. What you could do with this, effectively, apologies, there was a little plastic thing which I couldn't get on there. This is an eyepiece which effectively, if I don't want this on my rifle, let's just say I want my rifle as a day-night rifle, let's say I'm going deer hunting, I don't want to put a thermal on there because, one, you shouldn't be shooting deer with a thermal, let's just say that, let's use this scenario. So dusk or dawn, you're going out, you've got to make sure you're not using thermal, so you're using the natural light. These scopes let in a lot of light anyway. The bigger the aperture at the front, the more light comes in. Same principle as the colour view camera effectively. What you can do, if I don't want to put this on here with the riser rail etc, and I don't want it on front of my my rifle, maybe it won't fit, maybe there's not enough room, maybe the muzzle gets in the way. Solution, you can actually remove this back Boehner clamp, just unscrew it. It only does go on one way. There's 3 different shapes on there that have to line up. What I can do now effectively is fit this onto here, and it turns it from a rifle scope. Literally now with this eyepiece I can use it as a spotter scope. So it's very versatile. So I can use the eyepiece or the adapter to put this onto my scope, which then turns it into I can use it as a spotter scope, I can use it on my rifle. So very, very versatile. And because it's so light and really fits in your hand, it's very easy to keep on you. And again, you could put a lanyard around it. There's lots of things you could do, which allows you to use this as a thermal scope as well. So very, very versatile. Make sure when you take parts off, don't touch the glass, because once you've got a smear in there, you need to clear it because it really does affect the optics. But again, make sure you put them safely in a box or the carry pouch here included. What we're going to do now is, rather than, because my rifle's set up as it is, I don't particularly want to take one piece off to fit this on there. So, but you get the principle. This would bolt onto here, this would bolt into there, and then allows you to remove or add it back in as required. Doesn't affect the actual usage of the rifle, but you do need to buy the right optical clamp for the right scope you've got. This one is meant for that rifle on the floor. It's far too big for this unit here. And again, you can take that on and off using the riser rails, etc. Every rifle is set up differently. There's lots of different rail systems, lots of different accessories that can allow you to achieve that. But again, that's what the rifles are, and these are the 2 different components. We're going to focus mainly on, and keep these safe, what we're going to focus on is the actual use of this as a handheld one rather than me alter my rifles. So what I will do is I'm going to move the rifle to the side, I'm going to stop the video, move this all to the side, and then we're going to run through the features and functions of this scope. Okay, so I'm going to keep these safe. As I said in the video earlier, we're going to focus on this as a handheld spotter scope effectively. Many people use that. I can get the lanyard, like I said. I think there is even, you know, even if it's not through Hikvision, there's lots of protective cases you can actually add on top of this, like a silicone case to give it that added protection. I do keep mine on a lanyard. Effectively, I keep it around my chest so when I'm out I can raise it, look through it, and absolutely be at hand when required. If you don't want to use this, like if you want to use it as a versatile spotter scope, or again to put on the front of your rifle, you do need to know your optical aperture size. So if it's 50mm, 42mm, 56mm, that's a 56mm, that's a 42mm, whereas that's a 50mm. So you need to know the adapter size for that to go on front. That's most important. Then you need to know your rail system, and you can buy the rail mounts that are appropriate to your rifle and scope setup. And again, I don't want to disrupt what I've got here for obvious reasons I've already said. So again, going back to this lovely handheld unit, again, weighs really nice, beautiful bit of equipment. What we're going to do is we're going to keep these safe. So I'll put these two adapters there. They're going to go back in the box just in case, because it does allow you the versatility to switch between on the rifle to a spotter scope, as I already said. Now we're going to download the T-Vision app. So what we're going to do is download the T-Vision app to the smartphone, so Android or iOS, and then we're going to be able to dial into this unit, add it to the unit, and go through this core functionality. So I'm going to hand you over now effectively to my iPhone, and we will use the T-Vision app to show you and demonstrate what this really looks like. So stay tuned, guys. Okay, so I've transferred over to the phone. I have powered it up. Couple of things to notice. This model is the TH35C. Again, there is different models in the range, so make sure you match that with your sort of application that you're trying to achieve. Okay, so first thing you need to do is go into settings, Wi-Fi mode, and you'll see I've connected to the Hype IP, TGS, the SG, etc. So you need to make sure to use the app, you need to make sure that you first enabled the network settings as hotspot. So you need to turn on the scope using the menu button, go to network and turn it to on. That allows you to hotspot to it. Then you go to your Wi-Fi settings on your phone and choose the applicable Hik device and just link to it. Now it will ask you for a Wi-Fi password. The Wi-Fi password is the 9-digit serial number. So on the box or on the product, you'll see the serial number. Make sure you keep that safe. That is what is used to connect to it. That is your Wi-Fi hotspot password. Okay, so now we're going to open up the T-Vision app. So T-Vision here, you can open it up here, search and log in. So we're going to click on the search and log in, and we found the device there. When you first find the device here, and it sees it, it'll ask you to activate it. I've already done that step. I've already added it to the app. Just put in your own secure password, because there's a default one. Put your own secure password in, and please don't forget that. We're now looking at the thermal camera live. You can see here we're looking at the demo room, the DVS demo room. This is a 35mm lens, and again, different lens sizes are available in these devices, and you need to match it to what you're trying to achieve. You can therefore, when you're looking at the demo room, you can see it is live. It is very quite a narrow view because it is a 35mm. But again, if I put it here and I go stand in front of it, so if I go and stand in front of this, again, I can focus it using this ring. So I can just use the ring on the front. Hang on a second, guys. Use the ring, the focus ring. There we go. It's about... Oh, that's it. That's very clear. So if I stand in front of this keyboard now, where I am, you can see it is live. You can see me there. Hi, guys. So again, if I was hiding somewhere in a sort of, I don't know, in a bush, in a room, behind a vehicle or something, you would see they're so good. Thermal imaging has revolutionized not just security, because this can be used as a security tool. You could use this if you're out on patrol and you're doing a perimeter check. Please consider using these thermal monoculars to allow you to see great distances in any weather, any light, which will allow you to then discover any objects, whether it's an animal, which you want to discard, or whether it's human activity, which you need to be alerted to. But you can see here, I'm clearly visible in this thermal image. I stand out greatly. So again, that's the thermal image live in action. So very, very good. And you can see other thermals on the market, if I go back to it, are quite low res. This is high res. You can see it. You can almost make out who I am. If you knew, well, you guys do know what I look like, but I'm sure through this image here, you'd be able to quite clearly identify that this was me. Now, that might be difficult with other people. I take that. It's more about finding that there's people there, or if you're hunting, what kind of animal or prey that you are hunting, and identify it. But again, using the app, that allows you to do the configuration. You can do a lot of this configuration on the scope itself using the inbuilt menu buttons, but why would you? We can actually do it through the app. Is very simple to use, and it's modern technology, guys. We're in the 21st century. So again, at the top right hand corner, you'll see there's a setting button. If I press that, I can create a device name and look for device upgrade, so if there's a new firmware upgrade, etc. Along the bottom, you've got, I can adjust contrast, brightness, sorry, not contrast, good, depending on what you're looking at and the level. Again, if I turn it down to its lowest, you can see if I walk back up to it, even at its lowest light level, it depends on what you're looking at, you can still clearly see that it's me. So the light level allows you to adjust that sort of scene and application specific. Then you've got contrast. I got them the wrong way around. Apologies, guys. So then you've got your contrast levels. And again, it allows you on the go to adjust it, to optimize the image quality, to really hone in to what you need. So I'm going to put it about mid-level. Then on the magnifying glass third in, you've got the digital zoom. And I got 2 times, 4 times, and then 8 times. Again, it does go grainy. We're using digital zoom, not optical zoom. But it does allow you to really sort of zoom in a little bit further and try and get some more information about the scene. And then that's its widest, and times 8 digital at its maximum. So very capable unit, these. There's nothing like it on the market for cost. Then you've got your different sort of palette colors. So you can have black, hot. So again, if I walk back up here, this allows it to show me as a black hot object. So black is hot. There you go. But again, it's really down to preference. And if I choose combined, that's, again, you can sort of see me in a little bit better now. It's more detail, in my opinion. And again, red is hot. And you can see where the heat is escaping my face there. And if I started taking my clothes off, which I'm not, you can see how good this thermal technology is. But back to the normal white hot. For me, white hot is the one that most people use and absolutely au fait with. You can see very, very good detail. Once you focused it, the detail is absolutely phenomenal. It's in real time as well. So to the app, I must have walked around 20, that must be about 12 meters away from the camera, and it still maintained the hotspot. So, you know, you can have your camera safely, or your phone, safely hidden or tucked away or safe, and it'll still operate absolutely fine. You can calibrate the crosshairs in there. You can, I took it outside actually, so I took some photos previously. So if I go back to that, these are the photos I took. So I took a little photo outside when I first had it, just to see what it looked like. Again, very, very good. And I can start recording. So if I take this now and start recording, so you can see this is the demo room. You can see all of the electrics. That screen is on, so you can see why the screen is sort of white, because they're getting hot. These are all the electrics. You can see the cameras are getting really nice and warm. And again, interestingly, it's now out of focus. So if I put it somewhere sort of by here, I can simply focus it by doing that focal ring and just bring it into focus like that. And again, it gives really good clarity. It's absolutely phenomenal. But again, it'll be out of focus there, and I can simply adjust it to bring it back in there. Very powerful device. And then once I finish recording, then I can save that. That allows me to record all of my, if I'm on a security patrol, I can record it and then show anyone that either it is or isn't someone there. So it's evidence, or at least show that I've done my patrol and what I may have found for a second opinion. I can even take pictures using the picture app. I can just save pictures there. And then through the library on the left-hand side, I can go, and like you show there, I can press play and play back that footage. or I can actually look at the photos I've taken, and then from there you can absolutely do what you need with those. You can email them, WhatsApp them, etc. So it's a fully functional device that really does allow such versatility. I'm super excited about this. And if I go outside, so what I will do is go outside to give a more realistic perimeter view. Now it is daylight outside, guys, so you do have to bear with me on this. But I'm going to take you outside for a little walk just to show you what it's like outside and what a perimeter application would look like. So we're now outside, as you can see there. Again, it needs focusing. But again, we're outside now, and you can see the air conditioning unit. You can see the heat that's generating through the pipework. Clearly see what we're up to. Absolutely fantastic. The quality on this product is outstanding. And again, you can see, might have to focus it a bit. But again, you can see the aircon unit is working really hard. The second one down, you can see how much work that one's doing. But again, this is the perimeter of DVS. Imagine if this was pitch black, you'd be able to use this as a perimeter protection, walk around, take images, take photos, and identify any sort of suspicious activity that needs to be addressed. It's really good. And again, you can really tweak the focus on there like this and bring it into how you need. Again, zero visibility or whether you can use it on your rifle or on your scope. There's not sort of limitations to this. This is what makes this product so versatile and so powerful. So I'm going to transfer you back to the camera inside now. I hope you understand how this product can be of benefit and what its features and functions are. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough of the app. Very powerful app. The product is super simple to use. It's designed for the end user to engage directly with the technology. Hikvision made that app super simple, very easy to configure. But again, it can do lots of other stuff. If you use the menu that's on the scope itself, there's things like measure, distance, the trajectory, dead pixel correction, FFC flat field correction. There's a lot more functionality in there, but the app captures the day-to-day usage of what most users would want to, or how they'd want to interact with this technology. But I hope you enjoyed the video. So just to summarize, different products are available in the range. Make sure you check out the Hik-Micro website and make sure you match that with your rifle or your application, and we are here to help you should you need that. This is a versatile thermal monocular. You can either use it as a standalone scope with the eyepiece attached, or you can bolt it on to a front of a day-night scope to change it to a thermal day-night scope effectively. With it, it's all app driven. There's 40, 50 and 60 mil aperture sizes that bolt onto the front, so you do have to check your lens aperture size, or your scope aperture size rather. Batteries, you can buy rechargeable batteries or use two CR123 batteries. You get 4 to 8 hours depending on the use. Image and video recording, the adjustable focus, all of the functions and features, plus the carry bag. All in all, makes this a fantastic product for any of your demanding applications. We really hope you enjoyed this little bit different video. We hope you enjoyed it. Please do like, subscribe and comment in the video below. We look forward to delivering more content to you next week. Other than that, have a great week and we see you next week. Bye bye.